Hey guys, this is the Penny Stock Snipers coming back today with another OTC play, one of the hottest OTCs on the market. This is ASTA, Asta Veda Corporation. This was stuck on EM for like 15 months, but still had a huge support and discords and lots of members, and Canadians were buying this up like crazy. And it came off just like a month and a bit ago, and it jumped up, hit almost a penny, and has since settled down around the 006, 0061. Now, this has an authorized share structure of around 11.37 billion shares, outstanding 5.85. And it's sitting, it's tight, and the company's promised no reverse splits, no increases in shares. Now you jump over to the OTC share structure page. Like I said, everything's tight. Nothing's changing. The company's not promising anything to be changed. In fact, the only thing changing is an upcoming reduction in the authorized shares. They are a Wyoming corporation. They are a technology innovator, disruptive opportunities. They're an investment organization, entrepreneurs. They're looking on capital opportunities. They have multiple organizations that they own and run underneath them. You go to their news cycle. They've got lots of press releases, not a ton lately, 3 or 4. Really what they've been focusing on the last year is getting their everything cleaned up from previous management. You can see they had a complaint in the United States District Court against Blackridge Capital for old convertible notes that were by previous management. They're going after anything that was done to damage shareholders from previous management. Mick, the new CEO, is being really aggressive against the previous management to clean up any bad past history. He wants to make sure that new shareholders are protected in every way and that the company's clean and ready to, take its place in the marketplace as a powerhouse. As you can see here, they're reducing the authorized shares. Like I said, they're going from 12.9 billion to 10 billion. This adjustment will signal to future investors that Asta Veda Corporation is dedicated to improving foundational value for its shareholders. I really like to see this from companies. Not only are they just saying we're going to do reverse splits, they're saying, hey, we're going to lower the share count so that it just shows that we're not going to dilute on you either. Got to give a shout out to at Brian Walton on Twitter. He's been a source for all Asta news, and he has a Discord on Asta. Let's see something. He's got a great summary of Asta news. So as I said, no dilution, no reverse split, reducing authorized shares, no convertible debt. 1,700% increase in revenue from 20 to 21. They became profitable last year. They had Basili Law Firm to go after toxic lenders. 12.5 million possible treble damages. They hired Aventis Advisor Group. Aventis is like the top-notch preferred vendor for disclosures. Litigation with prior CEO. They exited expert market on 12/1. They're creating multi-generational wealth in a PR. They said they're building a massive starship, not a firecracker. They've got 4 distinct, huge, massive ventures: Paranomic, Sapphire, Punchies, and Ballistic Barriers. They're waiting news on all of them. They really have a ton going on with all 4 massive ventures, all billion-dollar potential ventures waiting news. For a ticker that's trading in the 0061 range, any one of these ventures could be, dollar tickers on their own. But, let's talk about them. And I just wanted to point out, I found this online, the security attorneys at OTC's lawyer. You don't ever see this. Great meeting today with the CEO of Asta in New York, whose finger's on the pulse of OTC markets and doing right by his shareholders. That's the kind of CEO I want to get behind. Now, you go to Asta's homepage. We don't care where we came from. Be amazed at where we're going. Go Kong Long or go #FAFO. Fuck around and find out. That's the kind of confidence I want from a company. Engage the beast mode. Sapphire, Pernod, BP, USA. 4 distinct massive companies that you've got working for you to make you money, to increase your value, to build a future for your investment. This is the kind of thing you want to look at. On December 28th, they put out a tweet that said release dividends 2023. Now, for a company that hasn't really put out a ton of revenue, but also hasn't reported revenue from any of their subs that they own. This is pretty interesting to me. I'd like to know what's going on. So, these are things like there's a lot of clues and there's a lot of ties to, little hints to government and little things going on that I want to know. So BPD has, a lot going on. They're going to the SHOT Show soon. And, there's a lot of tweets on Asta's homepage about, things that are potentially going to be tweeted about soon. But they really couldn't say much because they were, in the gray market and they just got their filings. So this is pretty much the perfect time to enter. You can jump over to Punchy's Twitter page, and this app is really cool. I'm actually in the construction industry as well, so you can. I've actually downloaded the app. I've worked on it. I've played with it. I've tried a few of the drawings. I've made a connection with Lori, one of the main guys at the company and the developers, and I've shot a couple ideas back and forth. The companies, they've done some work with the National Women's Construction Organization. It looks like, they're engaging with the shareholders and other people. I've talked with some people that have actually worked on the app as well. Jumping over to the Paratech site, you can see they've made some references to that they've had some government connections. I know they have some patents filed for quantum technologies with the government. That's referenced in the due diligence packages that are available. There's actually like 124-page due diligence package available online, but we don't have time to go over that in these videos. They're an innovative company, develop and license robust technologies, improving productivity, privacy, and advanced encryption messaging. A really interesting company. You can jump over to the Sapphire page. No tyrant can stand forever between the desire for liberty and human soul. Our resolve and dedication is boundless. That's pretty cool. But you look at the Sapphire, what are the 3 most important features you would expect from chat messaging app in addition to basic messaging security features? I mean, I like to see that they're engaging with the public, and right from the developer standpoint. I am following all their channels, and I advise you do too. It's good to be part of engaging with these companies, especially if they're engaging with the shareholders. So many OTC companies actually don't engage with their shareholders now, and they just expect us to invest blindly. February 14th, I've noticed that many people think quantum safe encryption or sending messages. Like seeing Lori directly, and he's the developer, engaging with the clients and taking feedback and working on this. And Sapphire is essentially the WhatsApp, but with quantum encryption. And, WhatsApp is a multi-billion-dollar marketplace, but it's not going to be secure, as you see more and more articles talk about how quantum encryption is going to be necessary in order to keep our products safe. So let's jump off of this and we'll talk about Ballistic Barrier products. Ballistic Barrier products is one of the highest parts of Asta's future, because they're already producing tens of millions of dollars in revenue by selling the products, and it wasn't on their last financials. But we've estimated that they've probably produced anywhere between $10 and $30 million in revenue in the last year in sales. And Asta gets a percentage of that because they own the rights, right? So, and that's clearly outlined on their financials. So they're expanding, and they're at the show, like I said, in Vegas at the 17th through 20th of this month. And they're going after federal funding and grants throughout different states. I really advise that you take a look at a Twitter page and take a look at their website, maybe take a look at some of their products. They have a lot of cool features. Keeping our kids safe at schools, dividers and fast things like that. Jump onto their webpage here and take a look at some of their products. Residential brochures, commercial brochures. They're hiring salespeople at a frantic pace to try and keep up with demand right now. Jump over to Punchy's website. Like I said, I have downloaded this app and worked on it. It's really good. It's growing at a frantic pace. Jumping over to the Sapphire page, we have to move fast. They have so much stuff. It's a really clean page as well. And I have high belief and high expectations for this company, and I'm waiting for some updates on this. You can also take a look at the video. They have a good video on YouTube. I'm going to just skip through things really fast here, guys. I'm sorry, but take a look at the video and sign up for the early release demo. That's on the website. Parotech is an excellent page as well. Go through all this stuff. You'll get an idea of just how massive this company is, and the fact that it's trading under a penny. This is a stock that should be headed toward NASDAQ, and that's their goal. Like, they're trying to build, when they say generational wealth, they're not kidding. Many people are calling for, are holding for $1 or calling for $1 on that. I never like to put price points on stocks, but I've got a large position in this. I'm gonna be very straightforward on this. I want to see Mick continue to put forth some efforts. I want to see some revenues from some of the projects they have going on. I want to see some updates on the patents, some results from the cases. But the direction the company's heading, and the honesty from the CEO, and the cleaning up of the previous stuff gives me every indication that this is a real company that's being built. And by putting a larger investment, this is one of my largest holdings in the OTC, because I have faith that the growth potential behind this is not a 5 times or even a 10 times. This could be one of those true unicorns where you go from a 32 million valuation to a billion valuation of a company, and actually, like they say, generational wealth, and could set my kids up someday. But like I said on every video, please, guys, take profits on the way up. Secure your bag. If you can ride free, always ride free. That's the goal. Invest wisely. Thank you for watching. Take care. Good night.